Good bat. That ball's smoked to center field. Broxton watches. That is gone.
Hits it in the air to left. Back at the wall. Gone. Home run. 5-0 Houston in the eighth.
Pena, straightaway center field. Hit well. All the way back. That ball's gone. Walk it off. Jeremy Pena.
47 big league games this year. Who can run? Bregman would like to get him to scamper home. 2 on, 2 out. 10th inning. That's in the air to left. Here comes Fisher. Throw by Ethier. Astros win it in 10. Has just sent the Astros to the World Series.
Yes, another season, another Astros 11-game win streak. Some things change, some things stay the same. Unfortunately for the people that hate the Astros, this team continues to stay and continues to win. But how do they do it? How do the Astros, after sustaining such a loss of talent, such as George Springer, Carlos Correa, Garrett Cole, hell, even Charlie Morton, how do they continue to win? Well, let me tell you why. Now, there's a few reasons on why the Astros have been able to sustain themselves and stay competing for world championships even after the departure of so much talent. First of all, we need to start at the beginning. And no, I'm not talking about the beginning of 2015 when the Astros returned to the postseason for the first time in almost a decade. We need to go back even further than that, all the way back to May 2011, when, at the time, current owner of the Houston Astros, Drake McClain Jr., was looking to sell the Astros for, and I quote, family reasons. In steps Jim Crane, who at the time was actively looking to buy another ball club, including inquiries about the Texas Rangers and the Chicago Cubs. Crane, who was known as a former major league pitcher himself, understood what it took to win a championship and bring a winning culture to a team. Crane, along with a private investment group, would acquire the Houston Astros at the end of May 2011 for the tune of almost $670 million. Crane's first goal of many was to establish a scouting and development team that would self-sustain itself and understand the main goal of the organization: to win a championship. That same year, the Houston Astros would go on to draft the future face of the franchise, Jose Altuve, along with another generational talent in his own right in Carlos Correa, unknowingly picking up 2 of the big 4. At the very end of 2011 in December, the Houston Astros would go on to hire a man who would become one of the best GMs of the decade in baseball, Jeff Luhnow. As the wall started to fall into place, the Astros kept building their organization. Throughout the next few years in 2014 and 2015, Houston would add the final pieces to their championship puzzle, drafting George Springer in the 2014 draft for center field, and in 2015 they would pick up Alex Bregman for the third base. Later that same year in 2015, the Astros would hold an 86-76 record, coming just behind the Texas Rangers for second place in the AL West, but would qualify for postseason play. Not much was thought of the small market team when going into New York to square off against the vaunted New York Yankees in the wildcard round, but boy did the Astros capture the nation's attention by shutting out the Yankees 3-0 and advancing to the American League Division Series versus the Kansas City Royals. As the Astros had KC on the ropes, it looked as if they were actually going to do it. They were going to advance to the ALCS, but it was not meant to be. Casey would storm back late on the Astros to win the game and advance to the playoffs, sending Houston home. The following season, 2016, expectations around the league were high for Houston, but alas, the starting rotation and bullpen sputtered and eventually collapsed at the end of the season, and the Astros would fail to even qualify for postseason contention. Oh boy, the 2017 season comes around. The Astros slugged their way to a 101-61 record, winning their division with ease. In the American League Division Series, the Astros would make quick work of the Red Sox, dismantling them in a 3-1 fashion to advance to the ALCS to face those same damn Yankees they had knocked out just 2 years prior. The Yankees had Houston on the ropes, but they would fail to deliver the final blow as Houston fought their way back in the series and eventually would eliminate the Yankees to go on to face the Dodgers in one of the most unbelievable jaw-dropping World Series we had ever seen.
Rated over here because of Sanchez success.
Here's a ground ball right side, could do it. The Houston Astros are world champions for the first time in franchise history.
Since 2015, the Houston Astros have been one of the most consistent offenses and defensively sound teams in the league. I call it the Astro Way. It's like in football with the New England Patriots. They have the Patriot Way, and I quote. It's a team philosophy that goes like this. Although we may not be the most talented team on the field at times, we will be so fundamentally sound and make the fewest mistakes in the ballgame that we will always have a chance to win the series. And boy, have the Astros adopted this philosophy to play offensively. The way they work pitch counts and force pitchers to attack the zone by not swinging at anything they think will be outside the zone and drive up the opposing pitcher's pitch count, as well as having a team identity. The Astros just get on base any way they can, whether it be a walk, a single, hit by a pitch. They continually play for the man behind them to drive them in. For the Astros, this has translated into one of the lowest strikeout rates, lowest chase rates, highest on-base percentages, and runs per game in the league over the past several years for this Astros offense. But also, we need to talk about their scouting, drafting, and developing department, because it has got to be one of the most underrated staffs in the league. When you lose guys like George Springer, Carlos Correa, Garrett Cole, and hell, even Charlie Morton, you would expect some sort of drop-off in team production and overall placings. But because of the Astros and their ability of these guys to identify talent in and outside of the country, the Astros have been able to sustain and take those losses of generational talent. You lose a guy like Carlos Correa, okay, well here comes Jeremy Pena. Well, you lost the best leadoff hitter in all of baseball. Okay, well, we'll just put Jose Altuve in front of the lineup and put two guys in center field that can save almost as many runs per year as George does. Okay, well, you're going to lose your all-star AL Cy Young candidate, Garrett Cole, and even Uncle Charlie Morton. Okay, that's fine. We'll just bring up Luis Garcia and Framber Valdez. No worries. And this isn't even to mention the fact that we got guys like Yordan Alvarez from the Dodgers. Thank you, Dodgers. Guys like Kyle Tucker came up. We signed Yuli Gurriel. And even we found Michael Brantley just way out there doing his own thing from Cleveland. Like, what an amazing job these guys have done. It's because of these guys that the Astros have been able to win and compete for championships at the highest level year after year after year. Astros fans, I'm hoping you're enjoying this as much as I am, watching our team win year after year after year and compete for championships, because it truly is the golden age of Astros baseball. I don't know how long it's going to last. It seems like it's going to last for a while because of all these checks and balances and systems and people inside the organization that are working so hard every single day, week and year, trying to replace talent, replenish our farm systems, and overall just bring us a winning championship team. But enjoy it, because you never know when it's going to end. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. It took a while to make, I'm not going to lie. I love making it though. Been wanting to do this one for a very long time and finally got a chance to. If y'all haven't already, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you are new, I have a lot more videos coming out like this, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out, boy and girl scouts.